So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Fwoosh Articulated Icons, the Feudal series, Deluxe Ninja, white version. So let's get into it right away and start off with the box. So we do get a pretty cool looking style box for this Articulated Icons line, and what I really love what they did is they gave us a collector friendly box instead of a clamshell packaging, so I really do appreciate the Fwoosh doing that for us collectors. So we do get the window right there in the front of the box. You can clearly see the figure, and then off in a bag to the right we do have the accessories there. On the top says Articulated Icons, the Feudal series, and then the bottom says Deluxe Ninja, white. And then the bottom of it does have the blah 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 stuff, but it actually does say who designed it, special thanks, manufactured by, and then everybody who was behind this project from the Fwoosh. And then the top of the box here does say the Fwoosh Articulated Icons, the Feudal series, and then the one side of it does have a little bio of the character. Then we do get a cool image of the figure as well. If you would like to read it, pause it right now, and you could read up that little bio. And then the other side of the box has my favorite part about the box, and that's that really cool close-up image of the figure. Then it fades away into white. We do have the name of the figure at the bottom, or the character, and then the back of the box does show all the other figures in the series. And we do have a few read-ups as well, and if you would like to read those, you can pause it once again and read those up for yourself. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open to take a closer look at this awesome Deluxe Ninja. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look at Storm Shadow, I mean the Deluxe Ninja here, and the Fwoosh really did an excellent job with this figure, and I think I might be liking this one a little bit more than the Solitaire. But they did a beautiful job sculpting this. Get some very nice paint shading all throughout it, and the paint, wherever there is paint, like on the skin tone, is pretty clean for the most part. Like on the mask here, there's a little bit of skin tone paint on the white mask there, and then a little bit on his back as well. So a couple minor paint issues, but not incredibly bad. Eyes seem to look like they're both painted looking in the same direction, so that's a big plus. You can see his eyebrows sculpted and painted on there, so good job with that. And clean paint where the skin tone meets the white for his mask, besides that part right there. But very nice sculpting under the front of the mask right there. You can see his nose under there. We got a few sculpted wrinkles around the cheeks, and then the piece that goes around his head and forehead. Very nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout that. Beautiful sculpt work. And then we do get the knot and tie on the back, and a little droopy piece there, kind of like Deadpool's mask, but very nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout it, and beautiful paint shading all throughout this figure. And then the torso looks great too. I do like the sculpted lining here of his, what are these called? I guess his gi or attire. They did a very nice job with it. The paint shading, once again, looks great on it. We got like this grayish wash all throughout it, and it looks really nice on this figure, and the sculpted wrinkles really look beautiful on this piece, so very good job with that. And then we do get his black belt, and then these pieces here are a very soft rubbery type plastic, but very nice sculpt work where it's tied on the front right there. And then the back, some nice sculpt there, and nice shading as well. We do get a peg insert right there and on the back of his belt for his sheaths, which I'll show you next when we get to the accessories. And like I said before, we do have a little bit of the skin tone paint on his back there, but not really that bad looking, you know what I mean. But nice sculpted wrinkles on the back, and then the arms look great too. Beautiful sculpted wrinkles and very nice paint shading all throughout it, and the bicep swivel blends in very well on this figure here. The hell's that black thing on my finger? Piece of fabric or something, or lint. But very nice sculpt work around the forearms. We get like these little straps going around that look pretty cool. So good job throughout the entire arms there. And then for the legs, very nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout the pants there, and very nice paint shading once again. So really great job just with the detail throughout the entire figure. Very nice paint shading and sculpted wrinkles on the back of the legs, and even on the knee joints as well. Really like that they did that with these figures, and the knee joints do look pretty good on the front also. And then down to his lower legs here. The only thing I do wish maybe they put in some line work, like how I wish they put in some line work on the Scouter Vegeta that we just got. I wish they would have done that on these wrappings around his lower leg there, but very nice sculpt work all throughout them. And I do like the way the pants look bunched into these pieces here. That looks pretty cool. And then for the feet, we do get his little ninja slippers, but very nice sculpt on them. And then the bottom of them, not much going on. We just get a couple peg holes, but overall, I really think they did an outstanding job with the detail on this Deluxe Ninja, and I don't think I could be any more happy with how the detail turned out on this figure. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we get a shit ton of accessories included with this figure, and they pretty much gave you the best type of stuff to include with a ninja. So we do get this little base here, which is part of a rooftop. So if you collect a bunch of these figures, you can put all the rooftops together and make a complete rooftop. And they did a very nice job sculpting and painting this. I love the blue that they chose for the color of the roof. And there is a bunch of pegs on it, so you can insert it to the bottom of the figure's feet. And if you have more of these, you just connect them side to side. As you can see, one has a peg insert and one has a peg. So be pretty simple to put them all together, and it'll look pretty badass once you build a complete rooftop. So very cool little base that they added with this figure here. So we do get that, and then you can screw it into the wall and hang it on there. So pretty cool. So we do get the roof base there, and then we also get 8 interchangeable hands. So we do get a pair of fists, of course, which come on the figure out of the packaging, and very nice sculpt and paint shading all throughout these. Beautiful sculpt work. We get some sculpted veins on the top of the hands there. Very nice sculpt on the knuckles and the fingers and everything. So great job on the fists here. And all the hands are extremely easy to interchange, and that is always a big plus when it comes to a figure. So we do get a pair of fists, and then we also get a pair of these gripping hands here. In the middle, ring and pinky are all molded together, and the pointer finger and thumb are not. And he can grip onto all of his weapons pretty much perfectly with the gripping hands here, but very nice sculpt and paint all throughout these. They did sculpt the veins once again on the top of the hand, so very good job with the gripping hands. So we get a pair of those, and then we also get a pair of karate chippity chop chop hands, and all the hands are a very soft rubbery type plastic, as you can see there. So I do like that they did that, but very nice paint and sculpt all throughout the karate chop hands here. So very good job with those. And then finally we get a pair of open hands, and very nice paint and sculpt once again on these. So excellent job on all 8 interchangeable hands. So we do get those, and then we also get his 2 swords and sheaths. So we do get a longer sword and a shorter sword. And unlike Solitaire, the blades on this one are actually silver, and they used a very nice silver paint for the blade, so I love the way that looks. I like how they added the gold on there, and then the handle looks pretty cool. It's just molded in black plastic, but they did a very nice job on the blades here. Very cool looking. Then we do get the 2 sheaths, and you can remove them from this piece here if you would like to, so I do like how you have that option. And then there is a peg right there, so you could peg it either in the back right there or on the back of his belt right there. So very simple to do that, and the swords fit in there perfectly, as you can see there. Sometimes they won't stay in good and they might slide out, but I got them to stay in there pretty good though. So we do get the swords and the sheaths, and then we also get a bunch of other awesome ninja weapons. So we do get this one here, which I forgot what it's called, but it's one of my favorite weapons included with this figure, and I love the silver for the blade. That looks great. I mean, the handle looks fine. Then we get this piece on the end that actually has a little loop there, so if you want to put like a real chain, a real miniature chain, or like a string in there, you could do that. So I like that they did that. But very good job with this accessory. So we do get that. And then we also get a sai. Very nice job on the sai here with the silver paint there, and I like what they did with the grip. Very nice sculpt work on it. I like how it wraps around the sai up there. I think that looks pretty cool. So we do get the sai. And then we also get a kunai, because you can't have a ninja figure without a kunai. And very good job on the blade, and I like the way the handle looks. And we do have a loop right there, so if you want to put a string or a miniature chain in there, I guess you could. So very cool little weapons there. And then we also get 3 different throwing stars. So we do get this really tiny square looking one here, which looks pretty dope. Be careful not to lose that because it's so tiny. So we do get that one. And then we get this larger one here, which looks dope also. Very nice job with it. I love the silver paint that they used for the blades and stuff. And then we get my favorite one, which is this one here. Very nice job with this one as well. And be careful not to lose any of those. So we do get those. And then we also get this like scarf piece, which is also one of my favorite accessories because it looks pretty cool on the ninja. Beautiful sculpt all throughout it, the sculpted wrinkles that goes around the neck there, and I love the black paint shading that they added all throughout it also. Nice sculpt on the knot and everything, and then on these pieces. Very cool looking accessory, and the way you get this on the figure, you pop his head off, just pop this on and then pop the head back on. So simple as that. So we do get that stuff, and then we also get 3 interchangeable heads, a mask, and then 2 different hoods. So we do get the unmasked face, which is probably my least favorite out of all of them, and this is the one that comes on the figure out of the packaging. But very nice sculpt and paint all throughout this. Just his right eye is really looking off to the right, so that is something I do not like when it comes to figures. So bad work on the eyes, only on this interchangeable head though. But everything else looks pretty good on it. Very nice sculpt. I like the wrinkles on the forehead right there. Nice paint and sculpt for the mustache and the eyebrows and the hair and everything. Just very good job on this besides the right eye. And then this piece here, you could actually remove that if you wanted to. So when you put the mask on and stuff like that, or the hood, you could take that off so he could wear the mask and the hood. So that's why that pops out right there. But very nice sculpt and paint on the little ponytail as well. So we do get that interchangeable head, and the heads are really hard to interchange. If you have Marvel Legends, then you know how difficult it is to interchange those. So we do get a masked head here, which is probably one of my second favorite. But very nice sculpt and paint all throughout this. I do have a little bit of skin tone bleeding above the right eye, and then a little bit on the side of the cheek right there. But other than that, everything else looks great on it. Very nice shading all throughout the white, and I like the stitches sculpted going across the cheek and then the top of the head right there. I think that looks dope. Get some sculpted wrinkles on the bottom as well. And the eyes are both painted looking in the same direction on this one, and very nice paint and sculpt around the eyes and everything. So good job with this interchangeable heads. We do get that one. Then finally, we get the last one here, which is my favorite, where we have him wearing his mask, and then he has, it's like tied around. It's a different style mask, which I dig the way it looks, and I really love that they included this one as well. I mean, they could have just gave us these 2 interchangeable heads, but they gave us this one also. And you can see his eyebrows sculpted and painted on there, eyes both painted looking in the same direction. And we did take a look at this one before, but beautiful sculpt and paint all throughout this one. So we do get all those interchangeable heads. Then we do get 2 different hoods, and we do get this demon looking mask here, which is pretty damn dope actually. And it is a very soft rubbery type plastic, as you can see there. But I love how we got the horns on there, the teeth and everything. This mask is dope looking. We get some very nice paint shading on the red and everything, so really great job with this. Then we get the tie right here, and you can use this. It's most likely for this one, but you could probably use it for this head as well. Now, like what I was saying, if you want him to get the mask, if you want him to wear the mask, you have to take the ponytail off, and then you just slide it over his head like so, and then you just put the ponytail back on, and then there you go, as simple as that. And it looks badass once he has the mask on. I didn't fully put it on because you can't see his eyes. There we go. So pretty cool mask that they included with this figure. So we do get that. Then we do get 2 separate hoods. So we get the hood where it's up, and then we get the one where it's down. So if you have them like with this, damn it, if you have them with this interchangeable head, what you would do is put this hood on and then just pop the head on. But if you want him to wear the hood, you actually put his head in the hood there. Make sure you could see the peg insert right there, and then you just pop it on the figure like that. And I really love that they included a down hood and a up hood with this ninja. So very cool accessory so far that they included with this deluxe ninja. So we do get that, and then we also get a bow and arrow, a quiver, and then a strap for the quiver. So we do get the quiver and the strap here that you could actually use this for the quiver or the swords, or you don't need to use it at all. It's just an option you have, which I find pretty cool that they included it. As you can see, we have a peg hole right there, so when you put it on the figure, you can peg in the quiver or the sheaths. But it is a very soft, rubbery type plastic, and I like how they painted the buckles on there, silver. So very good job with that. And the way you would do this, you just put it on the figure like so, and then line up the peg with the peg hole with the peg hole on the back of the figure, and then you just peg in the quiver like so. And the quiver is just molded in a black plastic, and the arrows are molded in there, but it is cool that they included it. Nice sculpt all throughout it. So we do get the strap and quiver, and then we also get the bow and arrow, which is probably my least favorite accessories included with the figure. I mean, the arrow looks dope, but I'm not a fan of the bow. I heard they were going to put a string on it, but something happened and they ended up not doing it, which I'm really not too fond of. But, I mean, the bow looks alright. Like I said, it's definitely not my favorite accessory. But the paint, pretty clean on the handle there. And if you really wanted to, you can get a string and put it on each side. I think I might try to get an elastic string or something and put it on there. So we do get the bow, and then we do get the little arrow here, which looks dope actually. I think they did a very nice job with it. Arrowhead looks good. It is very sharp, so be careful of that, and then the feathers look pretty cool. Very good job with the arrow there, and then we also get a bow. And this is definitely an awesome accessory. I believe it's molded in the brown plastic, and then they painted the grip on there, and I love the paint shading and the sculpt on the grip. That just looks really dope. So very nice job on the bow. And then finally, another one of my favorite accessories. I forgot what this is called, but it's the same weapon Whitebeard uses in One Piece, and I love the paint for the blade. That's some beautiful paint right there. Very good job with the paint for the blade. I like how they painted that gold and then at the end right there. So very cool accessories that they added with this Deluxe Ninja. This is definitely, I feel like, out of all the basic ninjas, this was the one to get because of all these awesome accessories. And this is, to me, this is the highlight of the figure. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with the Deluxe Ninja. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now, for the height of the Deluxe Ninja, to the top of his head, it looks like he stands around 6 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the Articulated Icons Solitaire, the SH Figure Arts Sage Mode Naruto, Itachi, and Sasuke. And then here he is compared to the SH Figure Arts Rock Lee, Civil War Captain America, the Dark Knight Batman, and the Mezco 112 Batman. And then here he is compared to the SH Figure Arts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Punisher. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, which I'm really not too fond of because it's pretty much the exact same as Marvel Legends, as I did talk about with my Solitaire review. But you do get some nice movement with this figure. So we get the same exact neck joint that we do with Marvel Legends. So you can get this ninja to look up about that much, which isn't too bad, then looks down a really good amount, and we really do not get any pivot there at all. So that is pretty disappointing to me. Not might bother some other people, but we do get some pretty good swivel as well, and that joint is pretty tight. Then we do get a point of articulation at the torso, right at the abdomen there, and this ninja can only crunch forward about that much. Does go back a really good amount though. There is no pivot once again at the torso, which is a bit disappointing, just like with the Solitaire figure, but we do get swivel there, and you can have it pivot like that, but that's really not true waist or torso pivot. And then we do get a waist swivel. And then for the shoulders, they do go out to the sides about 90 degrees. They do go up and down. We do have a very tight bicep swivel, which is much better compared to the Solitaire figure. Mine was so loose on my Solitaire figure, but it's nice and tight on this Deluxe Ninja here. Then we have a double jointed elbow that bends in pretty much all the way, and a point of articulation I do like that they added with these figures is a ball hinge at the wrist, so it does swivel and then hinges back and forth. So pretty good movement throughout the entire arm there. Now for the legs, once again, just like with Solitaire, they were stuck on me and I couldn't move the leg joints. Every time I tried to move it up, it just snapped back into place like a spring, and I had to run it under hot water and it popped the joint out of place. So if you have that issue with your articulated icons, just run the joints under hot water or just take a blow dryer to it and the joint should pop right out of place. Some people said they had that issue with the thigh swivel and the knee joints. I only had it with my leg joints there, but they are still a little bit tight, but he does kick forward a really good amount, a lot more than 90 degrees, so that's good. Goes to the back just a tiny bit, and then kicks out to the side about 90 degrees. Then we do get that upper thigh swivel. We have double jointed knees that bend back pretty much all the way, so that is good there. And then we do have a swivel at the top of his ninja slipper here, so I do like that they added that in there. Then we do have a hinge at the ankle that hinges up about that much, which is pretty good, then hinges down a really good amount. Then we get that great 90-degree bend ankle pivot. Very nice pivot with these figures. So overall, I think we do get some pretty damn good movement with this figure. I am a little disappointed there's no pivot really at the neck and especially at the torso or the waist. But other than that, you're really going to be able to get these ninjas in some great ninja-like poses, and I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the Fwoosh's Articulated Icons Deluxe Ninja White version. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it an 8.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get this from Kickstarter, so that's really the only time these figures are going to be made unless the Fwoosh somehow makes them again. And the only place to really get them right now is on eBay for extremely high prices, and I don't think my buddy from Agelessgeeks will have these figures for sale. But if you ever do buy something from Agelessgeeks, don't forget to enter in codename Daredevil and you will get yourself a 5% off discount. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell icon. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. So I really do appreciate that they did the and then everybody behind it in the damn. I love the silver paint that they used for the blade. That looks dope. The handle looks pretty. Damn it. Damn!